Am I the a-hole for telling my sister her boundary will destroy her relationship with her nephew? I, 34M, have a son, Caleb, 10M, from my previous marriage. His mom passed away when he was 3, and since then, it's been just the two of us. I won't lie, those years were hard, especially when Caleb was younger and didn't understand why his mom was gone. My sister, Amanda, 36F, has always been in the picture. She's single, no kids, corporate job, lots of travel. But despite her busy life, she's always made an effort to be present in Caleb's life. She's been Auntie Manda since day one. Birthday parties, school events when I couldn't get off work, even just random movie nights, she made time. Caleb loves her. Or loved her. I don't know anymore. The problem. A year ago, Amanda decided to go low contact with our mother. It's a long story, and frankly, a lot of it is valid. Our mom is intense. Think Catholic guilt on steroids, emotional manipulation, and the classic, I sacrificed everything for you speeches on loop. I've always had a bit of emotional distance from mom, but Amanda went full no contact for about 6 months after a blow-up. They've since settled on low contact with very clear boundaries. I've respected that. I don't force family dinners or guilt trips. If Amanda doesn't want to come when mom's there, that's fine. But here's where it gets tricky. Amanda recently told me she doesn't want to be around Caleb if he's been with mom recently. Like, if he spent a weekend at grandma's, Amanda will cancel plans with him for the next week or two. Says it's about emotional boundaries and not being triggered by anything our mother might have said to him. Let me say that again. She refuses to see her 10-year-old nephew because he spent time with his grandmother. I was stunned when she said this. I thought she was joking, but she was dead serious. She said, and I quote, "I know it sounds harsh, but I need space from anything that reminds me of her, including ideas Caleb might repeat from her. Now, I get that trauma is real. But Caleb is 10. He's not a stand-in for her mom. If anything, he needs more support and stability, not his aunt canceling plans because he might say something grandma said. So I told her, your boundary is going to destroy your relationship with Caleb. He's going to notice you pulling away." She got really cold and said that if I can't respect her boundaries, then maybe she needs to take more distance from me too. I told her she's being dramatic and punishing a child for the sins of his grandmother. She hung up. That was 2 weeks ago. She hasn't called since. Caleb asked last weekend why Auntie Manda canceled their beach trip. I didn't know what to say. I told him she wasn't feeling well. I hate lying to him. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister that her boundary is going to destroy her relationship with her nephew? I understand mental health, I do. But is this really an appropriate boundary when a child is involved? Last week, Amanda sent me an email. Not a text. Not a call. A full-on, 4-paragraph email. It was polite. Cold. Clinical. Here's the gist, summarized, not copy-pasted. I've been doing a lot of work in therapy, and I've realized that my nervous system responds in very unhealthy ways to anything tied to our mother. That includes you at times and, unfortunately, Caleb. I'm not blaming him, but I need to protect my healing. If he spends time with her, I have to put distance between us afterward. Please don't interpret this as me punishing him. I'm trying to break generational trauma. She said she loves Caleb, but can't compromise her own recovery anymore. And here's the line that hit me the hardest. You may not agree, but I have to choose myself. If that costs me my relationship with him, I'll live with that. Like, what? This is the same woman who used to cry watching him open birthday presents. Who once flew home from a work trip in Germany just to be there for his kindergarten graduation. And now she's okay just walking away? I didn't respond right away. I needed to think. Fast forward to this past weekend. My mom had Caleb overnight Friday. Standard thing. She spoils him with pancakes and buys him books he doesn't need and sneaks him more screen time than I'd like, but she adores him. Saturday afternoon, Amanda texted me. Can I stop by and drop off Caleb's birthday gift early? His birthday's in 2 weeks. I told her, sure, but he just got back from mom's this morning. She read the message. No response. Nothing. She ghosted again. So I called her. I said, Amanda, what are you doing? You were literally excited about his birthday 2 weeks ago. She said, I can't come by if he just spent time with her. I said, he's 10. He has no idea why you're acting like this. She said, then maybe you should explain it to him. I lost it. I said, you want me to tell my kid that his aunt doesn't want to see him because he went to grandma's house? How do you think that's going to make him feel? Her answer? Maybe it's time he starts understanding how toxic people can affect everyone differently. What? He's not a pawn. He's not a therapist. He's not AF *******ing emotional landmine. He's a kid who just wants his aunt back. I told her flat out. You're going to break his heart. You say you're doing this for your mental health, but you're drawing a boundary that pushes out the one innocent person in all of this. You can't erase our mother by avoiding your nephew. And that was it. She hung up again. I haven't heard from her since. And now I'm stuck. Caleb keeps asking why Auntie Amanda hasn't called. He asked if he did something wrong. That one hurt. I told him no, but I can tell it's bothering him. I don't know what to do. I know Amanda's healing. I know she's allowed to have limits. But how far do you go before protecting your peace just becomes abandonment? Reddit, I still need to ask. Am I the a-hole? Was I wrong to call her out for this? Or is this really just what healing looks like now, cutting out people who remind you of your trauma, even if they're just innocent kids caught in the middle? So, things escalated. And not in a good way. After Amanda hung up, I gave her space. Not because I wanted to, but because I didn't know what else to do. I figured maybe she just needed to cool off and would come around. That maybe she'd realize how unfair this all is on Caleb. Spoiler, she didn't. But someone else did insert themselves into the situation. My mother. Now, I hadn't told her everything. I don't bring drama to her doorstep because it always turns into her making it about herself. But somehow, she found out. Still not 100% sure how, could have been through a cousin, a mutual friend, or maybe she just sensed the shift in the family matrix. Whatever the case, she called me one morning out of nowhere and said, "So, Amanda's abandoning the family now?" My stomach dropped. She was already fired up. Turns out, she sent Amanda a long message, more like a manifesto, saying things like, "You're punishing a child for your own bitterness. You think you're better than us. You'll regret this when you're alone and forgotten." Real Hall of Fame mom material. And here's the kicker, she copied me on it. I called her immediately. I told her that blowing up Amanda's inbox wasn't helping anyone, that it would just push her further away. Her response? She needs a wake-up call. You were too soft on her. She basically said I had failed as a brother because I didn't put my foot down harder. I was too stunned to even argue. Meanwhile, Amanda responded to me, "Not mom, just a short, clipped message. This is why I need distance. Thank you for confirming I made the right decision." I didn't know what to say. She was lumping me in with mom now, even though I never supported that message. I told her as much, tried to call, but she's gone cold again. Radio silence. But here's where it gets even worse. This morning, Caleb asked if Amanda would be coming to his birthday next weekend. I froze. I said, probably not this year, but... He looked down and just said, "Did I do something wrong?" And I swear, I felt something in me crack. Because no matter how much I tried to shield him from this, he knows. He feels it. The change. The silence. The space. I told him, "No, you didn't. Auntie Amanda is just having a hard time right now. It's not your fault." And he asked, "Can I make her a card?" Like this kid. This kid still wants to send her a birthday card. He sat down after lunch and drew this cartoon superhero version of her. Big curly hair, purple cape, super Auntie Amanda. He even added a speech bubble that said, "I miss you." I cried in the hallway. Quietly. So he wouldn't hear. I don't know if I should send it. I want to. But part of me is afraid it'll just make things worse, or that she won't respond at all and Caleb will feel even more rejected. So here I am, Reddit. I feel like I'm caught in the middle of two opposing worlds. My son, who just wants love and connection. And my sister, who's trying to carve out space from a trauma-filled past. I get both sides. I do. But can you blame me for thinking this isn't the way? Can you blame me for thinking that sometimes boundaries get so rigid they just become walls? Maybe I am the asshole. Maybe I should have handled it all differently from the beginning. But right now, I'm just a dad, watching his kid miss someone who used to be a constant in his life, and wondering if that hole will ever be filled again. So, let me tell you how everything came to a head. Caleb's birthday came and went. We threw a little party at the house, just a few friends, pizza, backyard games. He had fun. He laughed. He smiled. But I could still see it. That flicker in his eyes every time the doorbell rang. That glance at the driveway like maybe, just maybe, Auntie Amanda would show up with balloons and the loud, goofy voice she always used to announce herself. She didn't. She never even texted. I had to make a call. So I sent the card. The super Auntie Amanda card he drew. I scanned it, printed a copy to keep, and mailed the original with a short note from me tucked inside. All I wrote was, "He still loves you. He still misses you. Just wanted you to know. No pressure. No guilt trip. Just the truth." She didn't respond right away. A week passed. 2. And then, last Friday night, I got a text from her. Just 2 words, "Can I call?" I said yes. The conversation was quiet. Heavy. She sounded tired, like she'd been crying. She said she got the card and had been carrying it around in her purse for a week. Said she couldn't stop looking at it, but didn't know what to do with how it made her feel. Then she told me this. I didn't realize how much of me I'd buried until I saw how he still sees me. Like I'm still that person. I said, you are that person, Amanda. He still believes that. You can still be her. She cried. I didn't push. I just listened. Then came the part one didn't expect. She said, I want to see him. I'm not ready to be fully back in his life, but I want to try. On my terms. Small steps. So we made a plan. Tomorrow, she's coming over. Just for an hour. I already told Caleb someone special is visiting. He asked, is it Aunt Amanda, with this tiny, cautious hope in his voice. I just smiled and said, you'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if she'll stay consistent or if this is a one-time visit. I'm still scared she'll retreat again. But I'm hopeful for the first time in a long time that maybe things don't have to be all or nothing. So, am I the a-hole? Honestly, maybe a little. For pushing too hard at the start. For not seeing how deep her wounds really went. For expecting her to act like her old self when she was unraveling inside. But I still don't think I was wrong to stand up for my son. I don't think it's cruel to remind someone they matter to a child. I don't think it's wrong to say, hey, this little person still loves you, even when you're hurting. Sometimes, people don't just need boundaries. Sometimes, they need bridges too. If this story kept you hooked, give it a like, share your thoughts below, and subscribe for more.